Hello everyone, Francesco Cipollone, your favorite AppSec guy. I wanted to come here to discuss one of the edge cases that we've seen more recently in the use of library and when reachability analysis and where context actually help. Now, to demystify, reachability analysis is misused in a lot of the marketing talk, and James Bartoli is one of my favorite go-to guy to actually moan and complain about some of these misinterpretation. So for reachability analysis, you fundamentally mention when a library or a piece of code in general is actually being used in the particular software where you are running it. So if that particular function gets called in a particular piece of your code, it then goes to the library, or if the library is in use at all. So those are the two different levels of reachability analysis. And with Phoenix, we use the first one where a particular library get called so we can detect if that particular library is being used. So that's local reachability analysis. Now, another aspect is if the library is used in runtime, to detect this is a little bit more complicated because fundamentally the library get built in a particular data set that is your container, and then that container get deployed in an image. That image get run one or multiple times, and usually that is where reachability analysis from a context perspective comes in handy, because if you scan in the image at runtime or in your registry, or while you're getting build in your build file or even in your code, you will receive the vulnerability that change at different stage and state. None of this is particularly wrong because it's the library being manifested in different location and a different state of the library lifecycle. But nonetheless, you can't fix the library at runtime because that library needs to be bumped up in the file where you build it, and you need to rebuild the container. But also you need to know that particular container needs to be used in your running images when you run EKS or AKS or your favorite Kubernetes or Docker instance at scale. Now, if you know that a particular library is running in a particular system and in your image, the context reachability analysis, and that's one of the things we do in Phoenix, the contextual deduplication is highlighting that particular library is in a particular container that is in use because it's deployed, but at the same time, you can't fix that particular instance and you need to go and fix the particular version or upgrade or bump the particular version and then rebuild the container. So whilst runtime is good, fixing the library in operation is achieved by bumping the library in your build file and then rebuilding the container, pushing the container in your registry, and then instructing all the runtime instances to use the newer images. So that's what we do with Phoenix. We actually apply contextual deduplication to actually be aware that the library is a risk, but then you transfer that risk to the library that is detected not at runtime but statically, and then you bump up that risk because that library is particularly in use. So I hope this was useful and demystify a little bit the context reachability analysis, the contextual reachability analysis at runtime, and the reachability analysis from a statics perspective. This is your favorite AppSec guy, Francesco, and come at AppSec SF. We have the book where a lot of this information is included, and come and visit Phoenix to actually discuss more about the options and how to fix vulnerability at scale from your code to your cloud in a meaningful way. Stay safe and fix vulnerability with or without reachability analysis. Goodbye.